What would you say if someone told you that they needed $1 million a year to feel like they were middle class? This is not a made-up story. Hi, I'm Mark. Welcome back to things that I've learned from the science of decision making that are just broadly useful in everyday life. And remember, if you like these videos and want to see more of them, please like, share, subscribe, and comment below. It really helps the algorithm know that this is stuff that you all want. So this was on a call with somebody who was thinking of becoming a coaching client. He's a surgeon and was living in San Francisco and deeply dissatisfied with the work that he was doing. He wanted to make a change, but he felt like he couldn't because he felt like he was constrained financially. So we talked a bit about his finances, and I asked him if he was willing to share how much money he made, and it was a large number. He made $400,000 in a year. But then he said to me, "That's not enough. I need to be making more money. I really feel like I need to make $1 million a year for me to feel middle class in this city." He was single, he was looking for a partner, he wanted to go on good dates, he had car payments to make, he had house payments to make. And I asked him how he approaches his budget, and he said, "I don't, actually. I just have a feel for money." Anyway, we had a great conversation. We ended that conversation. This guy decided not to go ahead and become a client because, again, the finances didn't feel like they worked out. By the way, y'all, that might make it sound like I charge $1 gazillion for coaching. As coaching services go, I'm fairly cheap. We kept in touch, and about 6 months later, I was thinking about this conversation, so I thought I'd just reach out and see how things were going. So I texted, and he wrote back, "Mark, it's so great to hear from you. I'm actually trying to make a career decision right now." I said, "Oh, tell me more." He had just been offered a job that was going to pay him between $2 and $3 million. And I said, "That's great. That's everything that you were looking for, right?" And he said, "I don't know. I'm not sure that job is going to work." So I was like, "Okay, tell me a little bit more." And he said, "Yeah, I don't know that the finances are actually going to work out." And I said, "Have you sat down to look at your finances?" Finally, after 6 months, he was honest with me. He's like, "No, I'm afraid to." This feeling this guy had is a feeling that we all have, that looking at our finances is absolutely terrifying. And that's what we're doing for February. We're going to look at the science next week of why looking at our budgets is so dang anxiety inducing. Then the week after, I'm going to give you some tips for approaching your budget in a bit more of a mindful way, a way that doesn't trigger that anxiety nearly as much. But in the meantime, let me know, am I alone in this? Is my potential client alone in this? Are we the only people that have anxiety when we look at our budgets? If you have anxiety when you look at your budget, comment anxiety below. And again, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next week.